joyshotels.com and earn a $50 gift card. Because when your business is rewarding yourself, our business is you. Book direct at joyshotels.com.
Those in love deserve the best. Life deserves pure love.
This is fine. On the one hand, it's healthy, but on the other hand, it's delicious. Healthy, delicious. Healthy, delicious. Healthy, delicious. Delicious. I like that. Right. Great flavor and good for you. It tastes of both worlds. Hey, Doc Sutter's have chicken BLT with basil, aioli, and healthy mozzarella. It's like he took a BLT and turned it on its head. Oh, wait a minute. Don't. I thought we were upside down for a second. Hurry up for summertime BLT. Happy hour anytime. Booking.com offers free cancellations. So book now. And it's never months later. Free cancellations. How good is that? Be a booker at Booking.com. And that's your basic treatment? If you say so. What t-shirts are telling you is that Snapshot rewards safe driving with discounts on car insurance.
Throw it in there, man. Throw it in there.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're credit associates. We're offering free information on how to virtually eliminate your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you can save, call 990-393-1.
From talking to Jason, the feeling that he was really telling the truth. He even suggested that he'd take a polygraph test. And at 6 p.m. he was administered the polygraph exam.
Jason's polygraph revealed that he was telling the truth. And he was being cooperative.
He assured us that he would be available anytime to continue aiding us in the investigation.
Jason submitted to a swab for DNA. His DNA was collected as part of the evidence collection that day.
He was not ruled out, but he was not a strong suspect. Not ruled out.
Yeah, so we wait and we got DNA.
We took DNA from all the family members and fingerprints from all the family members. I believe like 10 or 11 different family members we obtained the samples from.
There was a lot of blood evidence. They had a lot of DNA evidence. Whoever came in through the bathroom had cut his arm on the window as he broke it, and it was a lot of blood. And they had the blood type, and they also had the hair, but nothing matched up to anybody's in record.
When speaking to Alice's children, they said the same thing, that they really couldn't offer any information as to who they were
actually getting to know the victim from the family side, the point of view of what the woman was like. I spoke to Susan, to Ann, Terry, and we couldn't ask for daughters to be more loving towards their mother than we see in a normal day.
The day after the incident, we went to the store. They were very upset that this had occurred to not only one of the employees for Alice in particular. They said that she was a very good employee, very outgoing, customers liked her. We asked for an employee list and went through the list. It's quite lengthy. It's a very large store, at least 20 hours a day. So there are a great number of employees on this list. The manager would say, well, I doubt that this person even knew her because he's been night shift and never comes, I've never seen her here during the day. I don't know if he would even know Alice worked here. No one stood out. There were no bells or alarms going off for any employees at that particular time.
It's typical that you always start with the husband or the boyfriend and then work your way up.
Police had asked all of us if anybody knew had been brought into our lives as a way of looking at new angles. My family said that, well, Susan had just started dating somebody and nobody really knows him very well. I just started dating Mike recently. He was the only new person added to the mix of our family at the time.
And that's when we began to look at Mike.
Detective Nicole and I went to the location where Mike worked as a restaurant in the local area.
The restaurant that Mike worked in was probably 2 miles away from and guys started to talk to me. And I basically went out by the restaurant and there was 2 detectives right there.
Hey, Mike, right?
I was pretty shocked. I was confused. Very strange thing was just not had people just come up to me, start telling me about our murder.
We're detectives working on the case.
I was in a state of shock. I was really
We noticed that he had an injury to his right arm. He said that it was from punching the wall when he had an argument with Susan.
Later on, we talked to Susan about Mike.
Looking at him as a suspect. I don't even know what I can describe that the fear that I had brought someone into our family and murdered our mother. I thought, wow, I really think I don't know this person as well as I thought I did. That was a very difficult time. And it was kind of felt like they were trying to turn us against each other at that time.
They basically gave me an interview that
Each time we obtained a name like this, in this case here, his name, he would go immediately to the top of the list because we really didn't have any suspect.
and that's basically when they came up to me and said, where were you yesterday? What was your alibi? And I basically had to explain to myself, what was I doing? Where was I? What time? Yeah, it was a nervous wreck. Couldn't think of it again. I basically had a disagreement at the time with Susan, and out of frustration, I just kind of punched the shed. Yeah, you hit that shit door pretty hard. And I have a little scrapes on my knuckles, and they basically answered me what these come from, and exactly when I basically told them, you're angry, man. Get a history, man.
Everyone is a suspect when you really don't have a suspect. Susan did verify that Mike did have an argument with him, and he had punched the wall, and that's how the injury occurred to his knuckles.
Okay, Mike,
to use because they just said easy enough. The disadvantage of that is that they're so overworked, so your evidence can be sitting there for weeks before it's even examined. In this case, it's he didn't even know if he had a foreign blood source at the scene. They had a great deal of blood, but he didn't know if it was all from Dallas. So we're at a disadvantage for knowing your evidence we really did have and didn't have. In the meantime, we have officers set up on the roadway out front of our house, distributing flyers, asking anyone for information about the it continue for several weekends for neighborhood interviews conducted for from door to door in the neighborhoods behind Alice's residence.
The canvas, we did learn that one person who lived very close to Alice would have the situation.
Sometimes bipolar 1 disorder makes you feel like you can do it all. But mania, such as unusual changes in your mood, activity, and energy levels, can leave you on shaky ground. Help take control by asking your healthcare provider about Vraylar. Vraylar treats acute mania of bipolar 1 disorder. Vraylar significantly reduces overall manic symptoms and was proven in adults with mixed episodes who have both mania and depression. Vraylar should not be used in elderly patients with dementia due to increased risk of death and stroke. Call your doctor about fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. High cholesterol, weight gain, high blood sugar, and decreased white blood cells, both of which can be serious or fatal. Dizziness upon standing, falls, seizures, impaired judgment, heat sensitivity, and trouble swallowing may occur. Ask if Vraylar can help you get on track. Parents of needs, especially when you easily distract the teenagers. At Subaru, we're taking on distracted driving sensors that alert you.
That might not be good enough.
Always secure foresight. Safest foresight.
With this one little neck scar shoe comes the confidence of yours right to protect your dog from fleas and ticks for a full month.
Too much.
And it's the only shoe FDA approved to prevent infections that cause Lyme disease. Neck scar, what one little shoe can do.
Oh, shit. The hell am I supposed to do with this?
I know one kid in each branch of the military, but I'm command central.
Why Lane chose Verizon.
It's so important to us that Verizon is supporting military families. When I have a child deployed, having a reliable network means everything. So when I get a video chat and I get to see it, it's the best thing in the world. And I've heard every one of these right here. Military moms, we serve too.
The network more people rely on to commute, like military plans with a special price on unlimited, $100 per month, and big savings on the best phones when you switch. That's Verizon.
I feel there's always been a darkness to Moscow.
Somebody had come to her house and shot her in the face. It's also footprints very well.
The shoe literally fit, and
Is that a life nearly come to go?
you reveal the motive, which very intelligent surprise. Sons of Axis is food. But when it comes to the eggs, there's no denying it. It's incredible. The Incredible Dr. Paul, mid-season Saturday night on National Live, Channel 283.
I was afraid of my son, but nobody listened to me. So evil, I will never have justice.
Is here. All new seasons starting at 9, only on ID and ID Go. Tuesday on an all-new
Very first hospital. They were engaged by Christmas. There's some operation. Some things are organic. There was a lot of fights going on. I thought that this was gonna end.
Who had shot who was our suspect, and who was our victim. Till death do us part. All new Tuesday at 10. Only on Monday and Friday.
He told us at the time of the incident that he was in Hollywood, Florida for a convention for work. Over the next several days, Holland obtained this information, was able to contact the hotel and various people involved with the convention, that he did in fact stay at a particular hotel in Florida, so therefore he was
My mother was killed on November the 23rd, and we decided in my mother's honor to have Thanksgiving dinner.
Everybody gathered at my house. We managed to have Thanksgiving.
Everyone around the table would say something about what they remembered about Alice. It was one of the most touching, moving experiences of my life. My mom was there with us that day as we remembered her and we celebrated her life.
And we were honoring her by doing that, because that was important for us. We were all there together.
Life was meant to be lived, and we were not going to put covers over our head and walk away and die.
ultimately we received lab reports back from Pittsburgh State Police.
Lab reports here. Clear as Jason. This is
We were then told that several of the hairs that were found on Alice, quite possibly from the African American descent, and that one of the hairs appeared to
Fucking
have
genius.
gray in it, with the lab thought that maybe something in the hair dye to color it dark.
how old would they have to be?
That kind of threw us a little bit. It kind of put us back to square one and the investigation.
And so now we're concentrating our search on African.
Based on the DNA evidence that they had, they were looking for somebody much older. And so who did she know? Was she dating? Was she this or that?
It was one of the daughters that then remembered that something over 20-some years ago said where a particular employee of the restaurant showed an interest in Alice.
That means they still liked her, had an interest in her. What did they remember?
And he happened to be African American.
spend the day with her. And as a result, she finally found the information. We found out that he had died several years prior to Alice's murder.
I was not able to go any further with that investigation.
Usually when you have an investigation, they eventually start to play themselves out for you. And we were getting nowhere.
It's the constant feeling of, are we ever going to find out what happened? It was scary, and you just felt like you were in limbo, and you didn't really know who to trust, or what to trust, or what anybody's doing.
Bruce and I sat down and started to talk over. Things weren't piling up.
And I remember the detective saying to us that if they don't get them right away in the first couple of months, chances are they may never find them. It was very, very frustrating.
I sort of assumed that we were never going to have a case solved because they seemed to have touched just about every avenue as far as I could see.
Coming up empty on everything. This murderer will never go to jail. And I don't know that I could have lived with the idea that you'll never know who did this to your mom. I saw him look back like he wanted to see the way action.
He destroyed an entire family.
Impact of murder. Sunday 10.
Pechauer. Then next week,
Nice. Now only get one lecture.
you have any idea what time? New eggs and chickens, 2 flavors in 1 candy.
For 50 years, Cracker Barrel has been cooking homestyle favorites to perfection. We thought we'd celebrate by making our golden anniversary extra golden. Introducing new, crispy, juicy 7 fried chicken. Now at Cracker Barrel.
We
That
all
was
want
close.
ourselves to live long and healthy lives. That's why there's new Frontline Oral Defense Daily Oral Health Treats. It works 2 ways. It scrubs down to the gut line, then the heart cheek center coats for a whole mouth clean. New Frontline Oral Defense.
There are 3 words that
That's closer.
when you live with migraine. I am here. Aim to say that more with Aimovig, a preventive treatment for migraine in adults that reduces the number of monthly migraine days. For some, that number can be cut in half or more. Don't take Aimovig if you're allergic to it. Allergic reactions like rash or swelling can happen hours
That
to
one,
days
that
after
one.
use. Common side effects
That's
include
that one,
injection
that's
site
that.
reactions and constipation. Aim to be there more. Talk to your doctor about Aimovig. Before the vaccine of 24-hour to liquid heartburn, Marie could only imagine enjoying freshly squeezed orange juice. Now, no fruit is forbidden. Nexium 24 hours stops acid before it starts for all day, all night protection. Can you imagine 24 hours without heartburn? We're Oscar Mayer Jelly Fresh, and you may know us from your very first sandwich. We're Mammoth Masterpiece, and whatever this was. Because we make all the good of the deli and no artificial preservatives. Make every sandwich count with Oscar Mayer Jelly Fresh.
That shit count?
Dad promised. But now they have
Probably
to
not.
move here.
Oh, hell, I don't go out of order anyway.
This job. But maybe
-7.
we'll get to keep his promise.
Everyone loves summer. The surf, the sun, your ex coming out of the ocean and from the sea. These are Alex says are hitting the beach.
This is like a car crash happening.
Your ex, he's getting away with their next.
I have yet to see revenge.
Ex on the beach.
this year, it's growing, and I want to keep up. And with portals, I feel like I'm almost there. If they leave the house, they can't leave the heart.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates. We're offering free information on how to virtually eliminate your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you can save, call 1-800-990-3931.
These fights in my head killed me.
You're the best part to make the worst choice.
To death you must part.
I feel there's always been a darkness to Moscow.
Monday, somebody had come to her house and shot her in the face. We saw some footprints going up a bank. Her shoe literally spit, and we found her Cinderella. Just another life, don't go. He revealed a motive, which was very shocking and surprising.
Murder in the Heartland, all new. Monday at 10. Only on ID Go. We had flyers out. We had flyers in the store. We had flyers on the street and convenience stores, shopping malls. We were getting those.
They asked if we would like to set up a reward.
Anybody that had any information to help solve our mother's murder.
I went to people that I worked with, my sisters, others, and everybody put up $15,000. They had that whole article in the newspaper. Anybody with any information, to please give them a call.
We did not get any leads from the reward, unfortunately. No one seemed to know anything.
Nothing panned out from that either.
I just looked at Detective Master Call and I basically said, I think we should go back and start this investigation from the beginning and go through every interview and every employee again.
Like a cold case file. Just go back and look at all the reports and see what was missing or what didn't add up.
I thought, okay, maybe they don't have faith that they're gonna ever solve this, that they're starting all over again. Even though at first I was frustrated, I thought it was a good thing that they were gonna do that. Because it meant that they weren't gonna let it go. Which is a good thing. I didn't want them to let it go.
We went back and just started to look at the statements, the time cards, the information that was supplied to us. We took a lot of statements, I'd say over 100 statements from people, and just started reading over them again to see if we missed something.
We went back through the employees list and timesheets. We did come upon the one name of Jeffrey Bampler. They stocked the shelves near the pharmacy area. We were told that he had been injured and been off the job, so we knew about an injury to his arm. But we were told that that had occurred 2 days before the homicide even occurred. So he was not considered a suspect, so we didn't look at him. I observed an entry on Jeffrey Bample's timesheet for the week of November 23rd. However, when I looked at his timesheet, I saw that he was off on November 21st. He was on vacation November 22nd. But on November 23rd, which is the day that Alice was discovered, He came into work that afternoon for 15 minutes and then went home. And I just didn't understand this. I asked him to try to reconcile this information on Vanderbilt, and he couldn't. The manager now told me that he remembered the doctor's note saying something about the 23rd on it. But he didn't really recall what it was, but he said it didn't have any meaning to him at the time when he saw the note because it was right around the time of Alice's death. He was upset about that. He didn't put one and one together and really didn't think of it. It was noted that Jeffrey Vanderbilt from orthopedic surgery stating that he would work on Vanderbilt's arm in the later morning of November 23rd. This information is not consistent with what I had been told at the initial stages of the investigation. I asked him to tell me anything more about Jeffrey Vanderbilt. And it was at this time that the manager said that he thought he had a premature gray area on the back of his hair, and he thought he dyed it. Well, right away, now I was really interested because I have an individual now who worked there, he had a cut on his arm, and now they're telling me possibly dyed his hair. He used to park his car right along here, and we had a surveillance set up in his car overnight prior to the morning of his own open. The department was down across here. Detective myself, waiting in the parking lot for Vanderbilt to arrive.
Captain Vanderbilt? Detective Bruce Saddle. Would you mind if I ask you a few questions?
He stated that he really didn't know Alice, but from what he knew of her, and several times that he did speak to her in the store, that she was a very nice woman. At that time, I told him that we had permission from the store to take employees back to the Montgomery County Detective Bureau to talk to him. So he willingly got into an unmarked car with us in the back seat. Drove to Montgomery County Detective Bureau, stopping at traffic lights and stop signs so that if at any time he wanted to get out of the car and leave, he could.
He says there's several bodies that are buried out here.
My sergeant served a search warrant on your property. We have
A body count is not explosive.
Are you saying that it's more than that?
Serial killer, Devil Unchained. Report special effects begins Monday, July 29, only on ID Go. Tuesday.
There was a lot of fights going on. There's no actually saying something's wrong with Vanderbilt.
There's no good shot who to death do us part. All new Tuesday at 10. Only on ID Go.
This is why we no longer have to worry about flushing too much toilet paper. Red X contains millions of enzymes proven to break down even paper to help keep your whole septic system healthy.
Red X, the #1 septic brand. Also from Red X, try new RV odor control.
Life happens fast, and there's no time for incontinence. Tena Intimates with Pro-Skin technology absorbs 2 times faster and locks in liquid, so your intimate skin can feel fresh and dry. Tena Intimates.
Today's Best Western. What is that, Mary?
With rewards points that never expire, you get free nights fast. Now get a $20 Best Western gift card after your first day. Book now at bestwestern.com.
Guess what? We took everything you love about that Blue Onion. Created a menu you've never seen before. This bloomified menu starts at $13.99, and it's gonna blow your blooming mind.
Why Lens Crafters? Personalized services. Clarify digital eye exams. Why? Eyeglasses with prescription lenses start at $99. Lens Crafters is why. Book an eye exam today.
I'm really getting a vacation vibe off of this mocktail slot.
This is transporter dude to a peaceful beach.
We needed to get away
From what?
from that parking space.
Oh, yeah, we were there last week. Oh, we get them while you can. New mocktail slushies like pina colada.
Meet Aquahana with its unique journey through the nature of Tuscany. Aquahana, meet the smoothest taste on earth.
With this one little neck scarf chew comes the confidence you're doing what's right to protect your dog from fleas and ticks for a full month. It's the #1 vet recommended protection, and it's safe for pets. Neck guard, what one little chew can do.
Those in love deserve the best. Life deserves pure water.
Let's be honest, we don't really talk about your insurance unless you're complaining about it. We go on about how.
It's so confusing, unfortunately.
Where you say you can't believe.
How much of a hassle it is.
And tell anyone who listens. She said it's so expensive.
Tell me about it.
Yes, and lots of people at home. That's why insurance has made the whole experience surprisingly painless, so you never have to talk about it unless you're the spokesperson. Insurance, it's surprisingly painless.
Someday,
I noticed things a little different about Michael, but nobody would listen to me. He was involved in some shootings. It was heartbreaking.
evil lives here. All new season Sunday at 9, only on ID and IG Go.
I feel there's always been a darkness to Moscow.
Monday,
Somebody had come to her house and shot her in the face. We saw some footprints going up a way. The shoe literally fit and found it in draw. Just another life, nearly don't go. We revealed a motive, which was very shocking and surprising.
Murder in the Heartland, all new. Monday at 10, only on ID and Go.
We told Tampa that we had permission from the store to take employees back to Montgomery County Detective Bureau to talk to him. And he didn't know it, but we had a surveillance team following us in case he decided to run or flee or get hickey about the investigation. And we would have been able to apprehend him. He was not a suspect in this. He was only there to help us conduct the investigation. He consented to have his DNA taken, some head hairs and pubic hairs were taken. He said that on November 21st, he was moving a dining room hutch in his apartment, and while sliding the hutch, his arm slipped and went through the hutch door, cutting his arm. Said he waited a day or two, then did get treatment. I asked him, I said, did you ever get the hutch repaired? And he said, no. I said, would you mind showing it to me? He said, no problem at all.
Okay, Jeffrey, so do you want to show me this piece of furniture? Oh, okay. So, how was it you made your arm? You lifted it? Okay, from down here. See, okay. Look, we don't have a search warrant, but would you mind? I could ask a little around. Okay. Here, why don't you take a seat?
I had situated so that his back would be towards the living room area so that he wouldn't see what the detectives were actually looking at. And I sat on the other side facing the detectives so that I could get any indication from them as to whether they had recovered anything. I kept Vampel occupied with just general talk.
So, you sing in the church?
Yeah.
Are you part of the choir?
Yeah.
Are you a good singer?
Yeah.
Well, would you like to sing something for me?
Sure.
Amazing how sweet the sound.
So I had him singing the gospel songs while detectives were searching the apartment. were there only a short while. He now said that he remembered where Alice lived. And when I pressed him on that, he said that he thought it was from reading newspaper articles. One of our detectives, he looked in his box. That appeared to have several blonde hairs attached to the edge of the duct tape. And there was a mask in there, a Scream mask from the movie Scream. And it appeared to be blood smears on the mask. At that time, the detective put everything back in the box, gave me an indication of it's time to go. I made an excuse to Vanderbilt.
Jeffrey, I'd like to thank you for cooperating for so long. Look, I'm getting a little bit old. Okay, so...
And then he accepted. On the department was a calendar. And when you turn to November 23rd of 2002, on that date, handwritten was, "Oh, what a night." He offered an excuse for, "Oh, what a night" was for the pothead. We went back to my office, went upstairs to my office and sat down and we had lunch and had general conversation. While this was going on, we had obtained a search warrant for Vanderbilt's apartment now, and there was a search team in the apartment going through it very carefully, looking for evidence. Soon thereafter, I received information again from our detectives on the scene that not only had they discovered a footprint and a Scream mask, but there was a black hood type cape that would apparently go with the Scream mask type costume. There was a pair of women's underwear found in a futon. Over the course of the next several hours, I spoke to Vanderbilt. A lot of it was small talk, just trying to kill time, waiting for the detectives back at the scene to notify me as to anything they may have found that I could then follow up with questions with Vanderbilt. And ultimately, when it came time for the duct tape with the hair, he eventually began breaking down. He, in essence, confessed to the crime. He admitted to talking to Alice on the 22nd of November. And it was at that time that he admitted going to Alice's with the hopes of having sex with her. He then described breaking the back window. And going into he wouldn't talk much about it, but I asked him, did Alice pull the mask off and recognize who you were? And he then said yes.
I believe my mom was fighting so hard, she knocked the mask off of his face, and then she knew who he was. He had to kill him. And that's basically what happened.
We found out that this young guy did this. He was a kid. We were thinking monster or horrible person, and he was just a young kid.
My mother never spoke about Jeffrey Gamble to me. He was 24 years old and nobody was paying any attention to him.
Well, I'm not sure, but I think that's a 90, 89 or a 90. But the only thing I can't remember is I think I might have shot the rail shot drill 3 times. I don't know, I can't tell, I can't remember. I'm gonna watch it back and see, but I think that's a 90. Let's see, I lost 4 on the banks. I lost 1 on the position safeties. I lost 1 on the rail shots. And I lost 3. Let's see, hold on. 3 on the runouts. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the banks. 1 on the rail shots. 1 on the safeties. And 1 on the jumps. So I'm pretty sure that's a 90. Not too bad.